Yeah, I'm going to show it to you this afternoon.
okay.
Just want to make sure I get all
How
the
long is it?
quantitative stuff. Oh, it's...
Hey, Phyllis.
Hey, hi, Will.
Hey, Terrence, how are you?
Hey, Will, I'm great. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Well, we should get started.
Where's Dan?
He's not here yet, but you know how crazy things are at this time of the semester. I think he'll be here any second now. I assume you've all had a chance to...
Sorry, I'm late. You know how needy students can be right before an exam.
That's all right. Now, as I was saying, I assume everyone's had a chance to look over the material on our first candidate. What's his name? Here it is, Terrell Pittman. So, we should get started. Oh, Will, you haven't served on a search committee yet, have you?
Nope.
Okay, so we're going to have to go over the key areas.
Research, funding, teaching.
Right, in service.
And service. So, let's take a look. What do we think about his scholarship?
Well, he's been published quite a few times, but none of them in Tier 1 journals. I think that's a concern.
Well, Dr. Tyrell Pittman's in a multidisciplinary field of research. I mean, considering that fact, his publication record is stellar.
Stellar?
Well, he has several articles in top journals, as well as substantial contributions to journals in other disciplines. I mean, look, the approach that he takes in his work has not yet been accepted in sociology, but it's cutting edge. I mean, it's had impact on several disenfranchised populations internationally.
Yeah, but Will, when we're looking at scholarship, we're looking at top journals, not impact on communities or anything
But shouldn't
like
we be looking at his work holistically?
Dan, what do you think?
Well, I am a little concerned about his numbers published in Tier 1 journals for sure, but he...
Yeah, I am too.
But he has been productive in publishing and presenting in a variety of other venues. I mean, he wrote a paper that went on to be published in a textbook that has become widely used in sociology courses.
What do you mean widely used?
Well, it was mentioned in a number of his external letters. Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
Look, Dr. Pittman's a unique scholar, but his addition to the textbook shows that his work is being acknowledged by the mainstream. I mean, he's doing work that crosses boundaries and makes meaningful connections.
Well, that's true, but I can't see him connecting with anyone in this department. I mean, I'm just wondering if maybe he's a better fit at another institution.
Well, this could be a rare opportunity for our department to expand its focus.
Well, I prefer depth of focus over breadth. I mean, creating connections shouldn't be prioritized over generating knowledge.
I mean, are the two mutually exclusive?
Well, it's a matter of where his focus lies as opposed to where we need it to be. Okay. What do we know about external funding?
Well, I think he's had consistent funding for his work over many years, both for him and his grad students, and these are grants that provided support for the construction of new facilities.
Facilities.
For people living in less than optimal conditions.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. A significant amount of funding, I see.
Yeah, it is, and it's impressive. I mean, it's more funding than anyone has brought in since I've been in this department.
But, yeah, okay, but these foundations really they don't give a lot in terms of indirect costs. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, this is a Research 1 university after all.
But we are also a land-grant university.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
But we have to prove to the provost and to the dean that we are pulling our own weight and bringing in funding. I mean, I don't see this candidate contributing that way.
I mean, is there a defined standard that says that the candidate must demonstrate the capacity for bringing in certain types of funding?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Well, that would be hard to do for every scholar's different.
Exactly. Like I said, we should be looking at his work holistically.
Well, tell you what, let's move on to service.
I think he looks very good here.
Yeah, well, he's certainly served on a lot of committees. He's got the black students in the liberal studies, some fraternity for black students, a university-wide diversity committee, college diversity committee.
Well, when you are mentoring marginalized students, you tend to serve on several committees where you can be of help.
Just because you're asked doesn't mean you have to say yes. I mean, do you think that he will protect his time and focus on teaching and research? I mean, if he can't say no to students, that's a problem.
But he's assisting students of color in surviving in higher education.
And that is absolutely valuable.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, no one's saying that his service isn't beneficial.
Exactly.
But if he's stronger in other areas, then what does it matter?
Very true.
Yeah, okay, well, let's move on to outreach, shall we?
Okay, look at Dr. Pittman's teaching and service learning pedagogy. His grants for community members, and his publications, which reach large numbers of people. All of these demonstrate scholarly acumen and qualify as outreach.
Well, all this work is very interesting, granted, but I just don't see how it's going to be valuable to us here.
Okay, just recently, Dr. Pittman collaborated in a multi-continent symposia with important scholars. I mean, they're working to continue the exploration of these issues that bring...
Well, I can see that he's found a lot of ways to apply his work, but what about the depth of his work? Right now, it seems like his focus is too broad.
Yeah, my mentor back east says that to be a competitive scholar, you've got to know what you want to know. I mean, Tyrell's work is far-reaching.
Sure is. International impact.
But what about impact in the field? I mean, if no other scholars see his work.
I really don't want us to forget about his external letters of support. I mean, they were very strong, and they spoke to the significant impact that he has had on impoverished communities over many years.
Yes, but what about the letter from the woman who mentioned his writing? She said that she wanted to see his work in a different type of journal. I mean, that just speaks to the fact that he's not recognized in the mainstream.
Well, that's not how I took it at all. I thought she was trying to say that his work warranted recognition and that it's time that Tyrell got some attention.
Well, I guess we're just invoking reader response theory here.
I guess so.